What is going on? Twitch chat and YouTube. Welcome to Saturday Vintage Challenge. I didn't really have anything I wanted to play today, so I pulled this out of the depths of the pet decks. This is one of my favorite brews that I put together a long time ago now. But this is a Hermit Druid combo deck featuring Lurrus. The combo, for anyone who doesn't know or has never seen it before, Hermit Druid, which is a ban card in Legacy. Tap of green, reveal until you reveal a basic land. All of the other cards go into your graveyard. You play no basic lands, so it's tap a green, mill over your deck. You've probably seen this card in any format that you could have ever played. Put it into play, win the game when you have no cards in your library. So the idea is you mill over your library, you mill 3 Narcomoebas, you therapy away their Force of Will, and then you dread return your Thassa's Oracle, and they die. The rest of the deck is built to support that with Deathrite Shaman, blue restricted spells, Demonic Tutor, black cards. You also have Thassa's Oracle, Demonic Consultation combo, a 1-of removal spell to answer problematic permanents. And the coolest part I think about this deck is that I put a Living Wish board in, which allows you to do some fun things like have access to more Hermit Druids, have access to the Thassa's Oracle if you say you've drawn the Demonic Consultation. You could even, if you're, say, playing against Graveyard Hate, you could even go, I'll grab an Oracle and I'll grab a Witch, and I'll use, or so you could use you could grab the Oracle from the sideboard and then activate the Hermit Druid and then cast the Oracle. There's also Oracle and Witch are a combination, just like it's like a Demonic Consultation on a stick. And then you have some Silver Bullets with a Collector Roof, a Reclamation Sage, a Gilded Drake, and a True Name Nemesis. It's cool that we can play a True Name Nemesis in our Lurrus deck by using Living Wish. And then Lurrus does it pretty well in this deck where you can rebuy Thassa's Oracles or Deathrite Shamans or Hermit Druids and just replay those things. You're green, so you get to play Force of Vigor, and also your Living Wish package lets you include Strip Mine, Tabernacle for those pesky Bazaar of Baghdad players. Is that it? I think that's it. So yeah, we've streamed this deck before. If you want to see more action with this deck, I think there's 2-3 other videos with this deck. I think challenges, leagues. I'm not exactly sure. Prelims maybe. I just know I know I definitely have videos in the past. So if you want more of this deck, that is something that you can do. All right, welcome to round 1. This is a 64-player, 6-round vintage event, and we're playing against Benefactors. I don't think I've ever played against Benefactors, so let's see what they're up to today. I've got a cat, and I've got Force of Will and blue cards, so I'm in. Of course, something to note with this deck is you don't play any basics to enable your Hermit Druid, which leaves you very susceptible to Wasteland. It's just part of playing the deck. You have to accept that that is something that can happen and just do your best to play around it. IBH. I don't know. We'll try to be Justin today and not Jason. Or do we want to be Jason? Good Jason. We want to be good Jason, I'm pretty sure is the key. I think I would rather lose my Underground Sea if they had a Wasteland. Misdirection. Well, without knowing what our opponent plays, it's a little hard to keep a misdirection. Let me just do a quick check. See if I've never seen this player before. So normally I have some idea of what my opponent's going to play just based on how much vintage I play. But this player is new to me. I got nothing. So I think I'm just going to bottom this misdirection and top this land. We do need to get to up to like 3 mana to go for Merchant Scroll Ancestral. If they play a Wasteland, we don't want to be stuck with no lands. So I don't think, like, the misdirection is certainly can be very good depending on what my opponent is playing. But there's also a chance it's completely dead, and I don't really want to take that chance not knowing what my opponent is on. Like, if they're on Shops, per se, or, like, there's a Wasteland, then... So I could... Yeah, that's fine. Alright. I'm definitely happy we kept our land. What do we got? Cabal Therapy. I really don't want to cast this Cabal Therapy till I know what they're playing. They could be on Bug, they could be on Shops, they could be... I guess those are the two big ones that they could be on. But... Yo, thanks for the Prime, Slug. I don't think it makes a lot of sense to cast this Therapy until I know which of the two varieties of decks they're on. And I don't want to cast this Brainstorm because I could cast this Brainstorm end of turn because I can shuffle it away with Merchant Scroll, but I think we're going to wait. There's definitely a chance where Jesus. Jeez. I don't know if I want to cast this Brainstorm. Definitely can't cast my Cabal Therapy anymore, though. It's like kind of risky to Brainstorm here. Yeah, it's pretty bad. All right, let's put this Therapy away, and then we'll put it away with our Preordain. I mean, not much has happened except I've lost a bunch of lands, which is something I did sign myself up for playing no basics. So basically just looking for more lands here. Even though there's a Hermit Druid, I don't think I want it. I think I just need to find mana. Perfect. And I'm still looking at, you know, tutors for Ancestral and Double Force. So we're in like a pretty good spot. Even though we lost our first two lands of the game. All right, so they are on Bug. Or some variety of Deathray Shaman deck. Try again, I'm wishing you well. I really don't want to daze something here because I want to be able to play my 2-mana tutors. So, Demonic. All right, I'm going to let Demonic resolve. I think that's fine. Mystic Sanctuary. Not the strongest draw. All right, I'm out of Underground Seas, so I think I'm just supposed to get I actually have like some decent amount of choices here. I could get Hermit Druid. I could get Ancestral. I could even get Treasure Cruise to play around Misstep. I could just get a Misdirection, because then if they tutored for an Ancestral Recall, I have a Misdirection and a Daze and a Force. Also, if they didn't tutor for a Recall, I could then have the ability to misdirect a Abrupt Decay. Which I don't actually hate this idea. I really, this is the interesting idea to me, is the idea of just demonicking for a misdirection here. I think another good option is Cruise, seeing as I have the cards in my yard to play a Cruise, and it helps you play around Mental Misstep, so Ancestral is a little bit less good. And then like there's obviously the option of Hermit Druid, which I think is not great. I always still have the backup Merchant Scroll for Ancestral, even though I have this stupid attack land. I don't know if this is like too big brain, but I think I'm going to try it here. It might be a little bit too big brain. It's pretty bad against Flusterstorm is something to consider. I theoretically think that with the currently having a Merchant Scroll, we might be able to grind. I don't know. They have 7 cards in hand. Maybe it's just not really smart. Green. Deathray Shaman. Yep. What did I get you? What'd you get me? Thanks for the 9 months, Fuzz. Appreciate it. Alright, what do we got here? Preordain. Ooh, everybody hitting all kinds of anniversaries. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate it. What do I want to do? I think I just want a Merchant Scroll for an Ancestral Recall. Alright, what is this? This is an Ancestral. They have 4 cards? I should be beating that, right? Maybe not. Let's see what happens. That's a stack. Woohoo! Oh god, hopefully we draw a land and we can cast our own Ancestral. The big brains. I did not draw land. I want to get another Ancestral, though. I could technically get a Gush here. Gush my 2 lands back and then Treasure Cruise. That might be better. That might be better. I don't really want to gush my lands back is the problem. I think I'm just going to get an Ancestral Recall and then just play out this Mystic Sanctuary. I can draw 6 cards next turn. I still have Force of Will. We're looking pretty good in this game. We do have to play around this Deathrite Shaman, so we probably aren't going to do like a Hermit Druid bring back from the graveyard line. What do I think about Grief? That's a really strong Magic card. Okay. What do we want? I want land. That's what I want. All right. Well, I didn't hit a land. I'm currently at 8 cards. What could they possibly have in their hand still? Probably Abrupt Decay, right? I think I might just go Cabal Therapy on Abrupt Decay and play a Deathray Shaman here. I could cruise, but I don't know. What is this? Why eating my Ancestral? Okay, sure. Nope, they have Snow-Covered Forest Underground Sea. Interesting. All right, well, we're gonna win this game. Should win this game. Yeah, they drew a spell. Blood Chief's Thirst on my Deathrite Shaman. Yeah, that's fine. Eat my Cabal Therapy, sure. Excuse me. Hmm. What do I have left to fetch? 1 tropical? 2 tropicals? So I can time walk, tutor for Oracle, and then just go for Oracle trigger on the stack, activate Hermit Druid. And then they would need to immediately draw Abrupt Decay off the top. Probably the best way to go about it. Because I don't have the ability to Hermit Druid and then Time Walk, I think I was just supposed to get this Oracle now. I think that's just better. All right, so next turn we should win as long as they don't draw exactly Abrupt Decay off the top of their library. And even if they do, we still have plenty more Hermit Druids we can go get. And they have to do it before my draw step, or else it also won't work. Pass this, trigger on the stack, activate Hermit Druid. That just auto stack? Weird. All right. That was a pretty clean game. Nice demonic tutor. All right, so the question will become, how much are we boarding out in terms of graveyard combo? And what are we boarding in? If it's bug, they have a variety of things that interact with our graveyard, making it fairly difficult typically to enact the graveyard-based combo of this, especially because they have like Deathrite Shaman and I don't play Fatal Push or anything like that. I just take the last winning bug list and look at it. My opponent would have some cages, maybe Ravenous Traps. Yeah, I would rather just exit the combo life and board in the other pieces. The question is, do I want any of the combo in the sideboard? And I'm not sure what the answer to that question is. Like, my Living Wish certainly gets worse, but my Living Wish is still getting True Name Nemesis. I don't think it's a huge deal. We certainly lose out on some extra blue cards for Force of Will, but we're still in pretty acceptable range. So yeah, the Living Wishes get a little bit worse, but we just play a bunch more of these in our main deck so we can go find them. I think it's better to just play it in the main here. I mean, there is an Oracle in the board. The question is, do we still want it in the board? Technically, it does give us more copies in the main. I just don't know what you want me to play is the problem. Maybe we just play the Gilded Drake in the main. I'm like pretty worried about this card. It can definitely kill me as a 3/3 flyer. The problem is there's just like not very many cards to board in and out. Maybe I just want to keep both of those like that. I don't know the answer. I'm not gonna lie to you. I haven't thought about it enough. This came up the last time we played this deck as well. All I know is I don't want to play like Narcomoeba Dread Return. And I just don't know how good like 3 Living Wishes is compared to having kind of medium cards in our hand or in our deck. At least still got Lantern Cantrips and stops Deathray Shaman, so it's not like the worst possible magic card I could be playing. I'm not sure. What do I have here? This hand is pretty medium. Not bad though. It's pretty medium. No Deathray Shaman's a good sign. Yeah, I don't think it's like terrible to have a Lantern in the main. What is this? Why? Okay. I think it's Tarmogoyf or Leovold or Force of Will. Those are the 3 cards that I would name here. And in this situation with our Strip Mine, I think I'd rather just name Tarmogoyf. I don't really think there's a lot of power in naming Force right now. Ooh! 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 I'm stream sniping. What's happening? Yikes! Okay, they have Strip Mine Wasteland, which is very problematic though. So they're gonna play a Collector Roof and turn off our Jet, and then Strip Mine and Wasteland our lands. So it's gonna be a longer game here. We're gonna have to hit land drops. Oh, this game is still gonna be tough, even though we took 2 of their cards. Okay. Yep. All right. I don't have a nor I could Living Wish for a land usually here with the Strip Mine, but I can't now. So all I can really do here is preordain and try to find more lands. I could, of course, just not fetch. Kind of annoying this Collector turns off a Mox and a Lantern when it really should just do nothing most of the time. Ooh. Is it like better to preordain or is it better to not? I don't know the answer. I think I'm supposed to. I just don't see what waiting does for us. It's a little unfortunate that we took out the entire graveyard-based combo here, because it means we have to assemble a lot of mana. I don't think Strip the Strip is very good. I think Strip the Strip is much worse. I think that play is really bad. I don't know why you want to do that. I'm going to strip their tropical island. Are you insane? I guess I could just not hit lands and we lose. I guess that is problematic. Don't we wish we had Abundant Harvest here instead of Preordain? Man, Abundant Harvest would be so much better. I don't have a basic island in my deck, chat. Come on now. We're playing Hermit Druid. Fuck. Jeez. Chat. Like, what? Like, am I just supposed to wait? I don't know. Maybe. No, I'm not joking. I just don't know if we like would actually play maybe we do play Abundant Harvest over it. I don't know. No, chat. They have all wastelands. We're gonna die to a fucking 2/2. Why did they drawn 3 wastelands? God. I don't think Strip the Strip does anything. I don't think that's good. Why are we doing that? I'm gonna run out of fucking lands in my deck is what I'm gonna do. I'm basically strip mining them every time, right? That's how this works. Oh. Who's really strip mining the opponent right now? Is it me or them? Nice collector oof, idiot. Sorry, I'm a little upset about this collector oof right now. On the Preordain deck, I can do this forever. Note, he could not actually do this forever. I think not strip mining Tropical Island would be a huge mistake, and I don't think I would ever not strip mine the Tropical Island there. Oh, I'm so good at this game. Yo, should we Tabernacle this collector roof? Probably not, right? It's hurting them more because it's so bad. Fucking, I just hate this. Like, it's like some sweet justice because my my bug opponents always have more Moxen than me when I'm playing like an all Moxen deck. Every single time. All right, so we're 1 land and a Living Wish away from winning this game. We need to Living Wish for the Thassa's Oracle and then draw a land. I guess we don't. Yeah, I guess we do. Drawing another land here is tough though. I might just need something that blocks this. Oh, I drew a land. Powerful. All right. Interesting. So what's the likelihood they drew another blue card force? So what I can do this turn is I can not gush. I can Living Wish for the Thassa's Oracle, and then next turn I can gush and then go play Oracle and win with Hermit Druid. I could technically get True Name Nemesis, but I think I would rather just get Oracle. Yeah, I think this is the play I'm going to make. I think I'm gonna just Living Wish for Thassa's Oracle. I forgot I have a Lurrus. Yeah, I technically also have a Lurrus I can a Living Wish for. I've just never had enough mana to put this stupid Lurrus in my hand. I guess we can attack for 1. Why not? We don't, Graveyard Hate doesn't matter. Well, what we're not playing, we already are playing around Graveyard Hate. The only thing that can stop us is Force of Will. And True Name Nemesis also gets Force of Willed, so. Oh, I could have therapied Force of Will. Probably should have done that. So how do I therapy Force of Will here? I just activate my Hermit Druid before I play Thassa's Oracle, and then I therapy it. Yeah, okay, so that was slightly better. I should have done that. It's like pretty hard for my opponent to have Force of Will here, as they were down to 1 card and they Force of Will pitched Force of Will. But yeah, they could definitely have had Force of Will. So yeah, so if we were to do this again, what we had to do was Gush first. You think they would have countered Gush though? I guess they wouldn't have countered Gush because that would be bad. Well, then I can be Mind Break trapped. That is fair. But that is not something we play around, true. I'm not sure. What do you think? You think that therapy was better there? I was simply playing around Mind Break Trap. Yeah, that's totally it. Thank you, chat. I appreciate that. Yeah, so I mean, we still have to Gush first, because if we were to activate, do we have to Gush first? We don't have to Gush first, do we? No, we have to Gush first or we'll draw out and die. But yes, we have to Gush first. So we would want to instead Gush and then replay Trop, activate Hermit Druid, therapy, Force of Will, and then play Thassa's Oracle. Okay, I mean, yeah, I think that's probably it opens you up to Mind Break Trap, but at least you can't get Force of Willed. I guess I don't know if it's more or less likely. They probably don't have a Mind Break Trap in their 75, so I guess it's more likely that they're in their top 3 cards of the last 3 turns, they found another Force and a blue card. So, yeah, alright, that's interesting. Welcome to round 2 of 6 in the Vintage Challenge. I have a cat. Oh, not hands like this. This hand really needs a Preordain or an Abundant Harvest. Man, maybe we should have just played Abundant Harvest in our deck. The problem with Abundant Harvest is it doesn't pitch to Force of Will, which is kind of problematic. Preordain at least pitches the Force of Will. This hand is so close, but so far. I'm going to put it back. And this hand has no mana. Yeah. All right, put this one back. This one has mana and no spells, but I think we're going to keep it. Should be able to get to Dig Through Time fairly easily. I think Michelino, I keep saying Michelino. Michelino? I don't know. Pretty sure they were on Bazaar last time I played them, but I can't remember. So yeah, I'm just going to go like this and then try to cast that turn 1 Dig Through Time. Go away, cat. See what they're on. Where'd the cat go? The cat just randomly appeared. Michelino. Okay. Makes sense. Show me your hand, please. No. Okay, no showing me the hand. All right, so I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Guess we're casting Upkeep Dig Through Time. They just F6? No, they didn't F6. They were just clicking through. All right, I'm gonna go Upkeep Dig Through Time here. Yeah, blue mana, sure. Oh, I guess I should not have F6 in case they had Force of Vigor. Whoops. I get any exclamation mark F6 in chat? Ah, yes. Turn 1, 8 mana spell. All right, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? We've got a lot of options here. We have a lot of options here. We have a lot of options here. We still don't know what our opponent is playing. All we know is they have mental misstep. I want to get Living Wish, it's the closest to us winning the game. I guess theoretically, if I took Living Wish and Mox Jet, then if I were to draw a land, we would be able to go Living Wish, Hermit Druid, pass, and try to win the game on the turn after. Taking a Jet here is like a little sus. Is my problem with that line. But the other cards are not super enticing anyways. Like, Deathrite Shaman could be okay. Preordain is like fine, and I'm not really super hyped on a Vamp Tutor here. I think I at least want Living Wish, and then the question is like Deathrite Shaman versus Jet, maybe. I guess theoretically you could take Deathrite Shaman and Preordain. That wouldn't be unreasonable. But I'm gonna go with Living Wish, Deathrite Shaman. I think that will play around my opponent being shops a little bit better. I don't think my opponent. Oh, I guess my opponent wouldn't be on shops because they're on mental misstep. It plays around a wasteland a little better. Is more of what I was trying to say. Not specifically shops, more specifically wasteland. When most decks in Vintage do play wasteland. Okay, so is it just bug then? If it's their own Deathrite Shaman, my Deathrite Shaman looks kind of silly. Yeah, so this is going to be Deathrite Shaman Wasteland. So that makes the Deathrite Shaman pretty good choice. Yeah, okay. We just play against mono Deathrite Shaman Wasteland. Okay. So Nus is not bad. My opponent has 3 cards left in hand. I've drawn my own Hermit Druid. Okay. So this is going to be an interesting push and pull dynamic with these 2 Deathrite Shamans. Will they use theirs now to make mana? Will they wait to turn off my mana? Will they hold open, green to or black to eat my Dread Return? There's a lot of problems here. Bayou. They might just play Leovold. No, they're gonna hold open their Deathrite Shaman, which is problematic for Justin. Land drop is our best draw. Demonic Consultation. Oh boy. All right. Well, we don't have any plays here, unfortunately. Maybe we should have taken Deathrite Shaman and Jet. Oh, they're on Hogak. Oh, okay. All right. Okay, I see you. Yeah. That could be bad. That could totally be bad. Once upon a time. Hopefully they don't find a hollow one here. Found a Stitcher Supplier. All right. Well, it's very likely that next turn is going to go fairly bad for us. They're going to eat this land to play Stitcher Supplier, and I'm going to respond by eating this land. We can consult for something here. I do want to eat this Vengevine too, so it's getting a little weird. What could I don't even know what I could consult for here. Like, we don't have that many 4-ofs in our deck. I guess we could consult for a land. We could consult for a Trop. I don't want to hit the Thassa's Oracle though. This consult is like real bad. Delta's only 2. I have 2 of each fetch. I don't think I'm allowed to consult here. Doesn't seem reasonable, to be honest. If I lose my Oracle, I have Living Wish for another Oracle, but I might want a Living Wish for a Strip Mine here. Actually. They can still probably Vengevine Hogak or something with this Stitcher Supplier, so maybe that's not even good. Man. This is a really tough choice. I would love to trade this Demonic in for a Trop, I think, but I just don't know how I could possibly manage to do so. I think it's too much. All right, I'm not going to. Maybe that's like weak play. I don't know. Preordain. This sucks. I wish I had done it. This way, if I had gone for a Trop, then I could have eaten the Vengevine and played a Preordain. Well, I probably wouldn't have drawn the Preordain. Like here, I think I'm supposed to eat this Vengevine. Maybe I'm not. Maybe that's not very good. Can I name lands? Yeah, I think so. I just don't. If I go for Living Wish for a Strip Mine, it's pretty bad. I think maybe I'm just supposed to play this Hermit Druid now and make them have to hold up Deathrite Shaman. There's a lot of choices in this game. This game could be played in like hundreds of different ways, which is cool. So what this does is it does make my opponent probably have to hold this Deathrite Shaman, which means it's really hard for them to play like Stitcher Supplier Hogak using Deathrite Shaman Stitcher Supplier, which is nice. But the problem is I don't really have any good ways of interacting with their Deathrite Shaman, so it's not like my Hermit Druid is actually doing anything besides just isolating their Deathrite Shaman. I guess I could bait them by like using this Deathrite Shaman for mana. We'll have to see what they do. I don't know how much experience that Michelino has against Hermit Druid, so they pitched a Hogak here and have a second Vengevine. They play Stitcher Supplier, which means they can cast Hogak using Deathrite Shaman Stitcher Supplier, bringing back 2 Vengevines. Oh no, that would be good for us. So if my opponent had to use their Deathrite Shaman to play Hogak to trigger Vengevines, this would have actually been really good for us. But because my opponent drew into Hollow One off their Bizarre activation, we lose, probably. Because I don't think they're going to tap this Deathrite Shaman, which means we don't really have outs. Yeah, that's problematic. Very, very bad. I really needed them to have a blank in hand so that they couldn't play Hogak without tapping their Deathrite Shaman. But because they had a Hollow One, it's all gone to shit. So, oh, they ate all their lands too. Motherfucker. Shit. I don't know if we could have won this game. Not seeing a way out of here. Just hope that they don't activate their Deathray Shaman in the right way. Man, that's such a blowout that they found Hogak Hollow 1 Vengevine. That is like really, really bad for me. That's like basically the biggest blowout possible. Alright, well, just make them do it. All they need to do is eat the Dread Return or eat the Thassa's Oracle. Either works. I just needed them not to draw Hollow 1. That was the key. The key is as long as they miss on this third creature, then they can't bring back Hogak without tapping the Deathray Shaman, but they didn't miss. Deathray Shaman is really annoying. All right, so they're just going to eat that. Do I still have any recourse here? Let's think about this. I do have a Thassa's Oracle in my exile, or in my sideboard. I do have a Dread Return that I can cast, but there's just nothing to. Maybe we needed to have. I mean, if I had two Thassa's Oracles in my main, then they would have just eaten Dread Return. So it doesn't actually happen. 3/4, 3/4. I do have a mana now because I have a Deathray Shaman activation. But I need 4 mana. So I would have had to have Black Lotus in my hand. If I had Black Lotus in my hand, I could go green, green, blue, Living Wish, Oracle. That's kind of sick, actually. But I just was so low on mana this game from the Wastelands. Too many Wastelands. I wonder if this Living Wish was a poor choice off of my dig through time. If I had chosen Mox Jet, maybe I would have been in a better spot. If I had maybe used this Demonic Consultation, I could have had a different chance. Those were the different places where I could have possibly came up with something, is if I had chosen to use Demonic Consultation or if I had chosen different cards off dig through time. All right, so I'm going to want the Soul Guide Lanterns in. And I guess the question is it better to have these lands in my main than in my Living Wish board? I don't really think I need Therapy or Misdirection. We can just go like this and bring the 2 Soul Guide Lanterns in, leave the lands in the Wish board on the play at the very least, still have the full combo. There's a question if I should bring in Vigors for like possible Leyline of the Voids, but I don't like that very much. I'm really surprised they're on Hogak. I don't believe I've seen them on Hogak before, recently, ever. So it's a little bit surprising to me. I do think that I saw them playing Horror 1 in the league. They probably didn't play Horror 1 because they experienced the Kravokian Horror bug 3 times in one match I had versus them, which was pretty funny, but also like, yikes. So assuming they copied like no props list, Leyline of the Void. I'm like really worried about keeping in my full combo when they could have Leyline of the Voids. I don't really want to play Vigor though. The problem is like, if I take out the graveyard combo, then we don't actually care about having Force of Vigor. But if I leave it, then maybe I can just take this Flusterstorm and put a Vigor in and take... Ease is kind of garbage, right? It's fine. Maybe I just want some number. That. Kind of interesting way to board it. I have a cat. Looks good. I think the thing that I want to do here is demonic. The question will be if they have a leyline or not. See, this is definitely a situation where I would have rather had the strip mine in the main deck, because then I could demonic for strip mine. But I don't have it there, so I think what we're gonna do is just demonic for Hermit Druid. Sure. Unfortunately, this Hermit Druid is a little susceptible to Wasteland, but... Oh no, not a Basking Root Walla. I still think that's our best card. Next turn we have Soul Guide Lantern and Hermit Druid, which is nice. But they might just return Vengevines on this turn, so... Okay, no, they're gonna go for Deathrite Shaman then. Which I probably should just force. I think that will be a challenge for us to beat with this hand. Yeah, this Deathrite Shaman is partially an issue. The idea was I should be able to play around Deathrite Shaman by like going for a hard cast Oracle plus Hermit Druid play. The downside in this particular matchup, like in Bug, that's very, very feasible, but in this matchup, they just kill me so fast that it's kind of challenging. I wonder if I'm supposed to play this Soul Guide Lantern. I guess so. We could get Vigored or something, but land or creature. And I think doesn't really matter because if they Vigor, I'm just activating it. Maybe I'm supposed to eat my own land. I mean, I am also a Deathrite Shaman deck, so. Though I don't really see how we can lose this unless they have Surgical Extraction. Man, we're totally gonna get Surgical Extraction as a 2 of. That would be so bad. Maybe we can play slower? I don't know. I think like forcing the Deathrite Shaman makes sense. The question I guess will be, do we just play directly into Surgical? I don't really think we have much of a choice. I guess they're not currently clocking us, so we might be able to. Pitcher Supplier. Yep. They did bring in Leyline of the Void. So I'm going to assume they copied no props list, which means they have a 2 Surgicals in their deck. Yeah, we will respond to this by exiling your graveyard. They should have no way to play around that, so we're in good shape. I think if we're not getting clocked, so maybe we can afford to play around this Surgical in some way. It kind of depends on what we draw, right? Like, if we were to draw Living Wish, then we can definitely play around it by just Living Wishing for an Oracle. All right, yeah. So we'll just play around it. We'll just do our best to play around it, and we'll just go Living Wish, and we'll go get an Oracle, and then next turn we can win. We are susceptible to Wasteland with this line, but I think that's okay. Yeah. I guess we're also susceptible to Swords to Plowshares, which I didn't consider. That would be really bad. I guess it's not super bad because I have a backup Druid. So those are the things that we actually are concerned about. We're concerned about Wasteland on our green source. We're concerned about swords, double swords, surgical, those kind of things. Yeah, if they had swords, they probably should have sworded before then, but maybe they have surgical and they're trying to bait me in. Like if they had swords and surgical, they could theoretically consider not plowing. Oh, this is gonna be Leyline of the Void. Yeah, we can play around that. That's no problem. I assume this is Leyline of the Void. I don't know what else it could be. Maybe they're trying to cast Hogak. Oh, Force of Vigor? No, hard cast Vengevine. Okay. Yeah, all right, so we got this. Like we said, I don't know if they have surgical extraction, but we playing around it makes a lot of sense here. Leyline does nothing because we did the Living Wish line. Cool. All right. I like how we played that game. I think they definitely have surgical, by the way. I think they like 100% have surgical. There's like no reason you pause here if you don't have it. Can I just say always yes? Weird. I actually have Devotion 5. I mean, yeah. Sure. You can do that after the winning sign goes up, though, too, so. Okay. So how do we feel about that? That was nice. The Soul Guide Lantern was very good. The sideboard Oracle was very good. I mean, I kind of like how that went. Do we want another Vigor in the main? Maybe, if we're still hoping to do that. I don't know. We could theoretically just take out the other half. I'm just like worried about. I mean, the hand wasn't bad. Their hand was totally a keepable hand. Their hand had a turn 2 Hogak. I think it's fine. That's totally within the range of keepable hands for Hogak. I guess the question is like, do I really want to be like killing Leylines the Void? I don't think so. Maybe I can just like take out this Delve spell, and maybe that's good. I don't know. It's interesting. That's an interesting way to sideboard. Like I haven't worked out the exact sideboarding lines, just because it's not a deck I play very much. I mean, this Daze is probably not great, but maybe I want to just put this Strip Mine in the main. Give us a chance to draw it in the opener. This could be overboarding. Might be overboarding. Can't tell if frozen or... I don't know. I like how that game played out. I'd like to do that again. Moxen are pretty broken. Just being able to play everything ahead of curve. All right, let's see how this goes. I have a cat. Man, that is a tempter. This is turn 1 Living Wish Hermit Druid. This is a hand where I would have liked to have the strip mine in the sideboard so I could Living Wish for strip mine and just strip mine their Bazaar. I guess theoretically I can Living Wish for Tabernacle and play a Tabernacle as well. Just trying to think about what I'm doing with this hand if they have a Leyline of the Void. Am I just casting a bunch of Preordains and maybe that's fine? I think this is fine. I think I'm going to keep this. It's not great, but it's fine. They don't have a Leyline of the Void. Okay, what do you have? Once Upon a Time. It's gonna be a tightrope game. They kept a 7-card hand. They have a Wasteland and a Bazaar. All right, well that's bad. That's certainly bad for me. It's certainly not good. Seven-card hand that already had a Bazaar, had a Once Upon a Time, and found a Wasteland. Yikes. It makes my Living Wish Hermit Druid line much, much worse because we just have no guarantee to have a green source on the next turn. The best card we can draw is likely to be Force, if we want to go for that line, or just like a second green source. A Jet even. I'm sorry, not a Jet. Double Vengevine? Please go like Hollow One or something. That way I can go Tabernacle and wipe their board. No. Alright, that's not good, because now they're playing around the Tabernacle. They don't know about the Tabernacle, unless they've seen my list on Twitter. I haven't boarded it in ever. That is such a bad draw. Oh, fuck me. I don't have the therapy in my deck to therapy this out of my hand. Well, shit. That is so bad. Oh, that is just frustratingly bad. No, we're definitely not going to discard. Get out of here. Oh, no. Stop, chat. Stop. You're too deep. You're too deep. Oh, boy. I think we're going to need to do Consult Kill in this game. But we just have no mana. This is going to be such a hard game to win. This game is going to be just incredibly hard to win. Like, we're going to get hit for like 12. And if they just hold up their Wasteland for a Tabernacle, it's really impossible. This draw just ruined everything because I totally would have just snapped off Living Wish for Hermit Druid, play Hermit Druid, pass. But this is the only card in our deck we just couldn't draw. I guess we couldn't draw Narcomoeba either. That would have been bad. But this is just the actual worst possible. So they have Deafening Silence in their deck now. It's so weird. Are they going to Wasteland my Trop? Okay. So we still have some Tabernacle lines available, which is kind of nice. No, we don't actually want to play around surgical. So here's the thing. They have the possibility of having 2 surgicals in their deck, and it's probably likely they have 2 surgicals in their deck. That doesn't mean you're always supposed to play around it. The reason we played around it in game 2 was because we had the ability to play around it. We didn't have to go for it. They didn't have a lethal attack on us. We had time. But sometimes you don't have time. Okay. What do we do? What do we do? We could just hold open our land and vamp for Oracle, or vamp for Consult, and then go Living Wish, Oracle, Consult. Do we have enough colors to do that? Right. So if I go fetch land, pass, and we vamp for Consult, draw Consult, play a land, play a Lotus, get green mana, play blue mana, Living Wish. That technically works. And we can't get wastelanded? I don't think we can lose if we make that line. I guess we could get shuffled by surgical. Or our tropicals could get surgicaled. I'm going for that line. This seems loose? Why does this seem loose? I'm not 100% sure what I even lose to. I don't think there's very much that we do lose to. Double leyline, deafening silence. I mean, if I get my tropical surgical, it is very problematic. Well, I mean, it's not terrible because they're getting my tropicals and they're getting the shuffle away. But I wouldn't suspect that they would do it, no. I could just vamp for strip. This is true. I think they have surgical, and I'm going to be very upset if they hit our tropical. Because then we actually can't go for the line. I guess if they hit our tropical before we fetch, then I can vamp for strip mine. But if they hit our tropical after we fetch, it's problematic. Yeah, all right, so they went for it. All right, so we have no tropical islands, and they know our hand. So we can't go for the Living Wish line anymore because we will not have enough blue mana. So now I think we vamp for Strip Mine and just take off their Bazaar of Baghdad. Or we could vamp for Soul Guide Lantern, which I think is also pretty reasonable. And it doesn't take up our land drop. No, because I have to use my Black Lotus for green. So it's pretty hard. Getting our wait, they didn't even take the one in the yard. Getting our tropical strip mine there is actually very annoying. So I don't know. I kind of like Soul Guide Lantern more. No, because they could have mental misstep. Probably just strip mine. Can we play Lurrus? No, that costs 6 mana. I probably should have preordained first. That's a great draw. I like that. Do I want both of these? Actually, yeah. Yeah, I do. I want both of these. Oh, should I play Deathrite Black Lotus this turn? Deathrite Living Wish? I think so, actually. What am I Living Wishing for, though? Is it a Hermit Druid? No, because we don't have any... It's going to be hard to get a bunch of green mana. I don't think we want to tab at this point. Maybe it's fine. get Lurrus with the then we wouldn't have to wit. I mean, it's gonna be very hard for us. I guess we could play Lurrus on the next turn. Whoa, what if it is correct to get Lurrus with the wish? That's kind of weird. Well, we'll have 3 mana for Lurrus because we'll have Deathrite, Flooded Strand, Underground Sea. Wow, that's so weird. I think it's definitely correct to play Deathrite this turn. The amount of mana we get and the colors of mana we get is really, really, really good for us. I just don't know what I'm getting with this Living Wish. I think the choices are Tabernacle or Lurrus. Hermit Druid's not bad either. I just don't want to play into a second Surgical, I guess. I think it's actually reasonable to take the one mana discount to get my Lurrus, and then I can go Lurrus Black Lotus next turn. All right, let's do it. I'm in. I just Living Wish for Lurrus. That's the first time I've ever done that. Good God. Oh no, please don't Swords my Deathrite. Oh God, that would be so painful. I played a land that turn. I strip mined. Oh my God, it's so bad. It's okay. All right, we have a really powerful Brainstorm coming here. Put away Dread Return Narcomoeba. Crack this fetch. Or, oh, yeah, Underground Sea is fine. Yeah, it does. What are you talking about? Okay. No Gaak. What a weird game. No, I have more Deathrite Shamans, but yes, there's Lotus, Mox, and Deathrite Shamans as green sources. Yeah, I'm not sure about the Deafening Silence. Doesn't seem very good against me. I agree. Hopefully my Lotus doesn't get surgicaled here. That would be pretty funny. And also bad for me. I'm just gonna hold this force up now. So I should have a win next turn with Lotus being my green mana, and I have Force of Will back up for the 1 surgical that's gonna be left in their deck. This was a crazy game. I've never ever Living Wished for the Lurrus because normally you have 3 mana Living Wish at all points, but I think it was just right at this point. It was at least one of the better choices. I don't know, maybe right is a little bit going too far, but it was at least one of the better choices we could have made. Oh, we're looping. Man, I want to just sit here and loop this Soul Guide Lantern. I don't think we can lose, but maybe we should just do that anyways. Just win. Yeah, I don't think we can lose. Actually, I can replay the Lurrus with the... I don't even need the Dread Return because I have... No, I can't because I have to use the Black Lotus as my green. Or I don't know. I want to cast this Soul Guide Lantern. I don't care. I don't care. You can't stop me. I guess I can still win, huh? Fine, I'll win. I'm just trying to think of a way I can lose. There's no way I can lose, right? Two surgicals? Like they have multiple surgicals? Ravenous traps? That just seems kind of stupid to like go in here. I don't really think there's any reason to go for it. I'm off it, chat. I shouldn't have brought back this Lotus. I should have brought back Soul Guide Lantern. I'm not going for it. I just feel like there's no reason to. I have this game won from a controlling standpoint. I just don't. I think they're on no prop 75, so I don't think there are any ways I can lose. But I also don't think there's any ways I can lose if I just play this game out normally. I guess Bazaar makes things annoying, but I obviously I should not have returned this Black Lotus if I had a Soul Guide Lantern I could have chosen to return. Yeah, that's fine. I think they're just trying to get me to block, and I don't know. Well, they can't actually outdraw me from this situation. I think with the current cards I have with Lurrus and looping Soul Guide Lantern and having Force to protect from swords, I don't think they can actually win the game. But this Living Wish lets me play around any kind of graveyard hate, so I think it's fine to go for it there. It's possible that there's just like... I think it's very likely that I know my opponent's exact 75, and I know that my opponent doesn't have... Or if they're on the 75, I know that I could have gone for it last turn. But there's a possibility that they just like played a bunch of extra cards that I don't know about, and maybe their hand is like 3 surgicals, right? So I just think there's no reason to risk it for the biscuit when I have just complete control over anything they want to do. So, hey chat, welcome to round 3 of 6. We're versing Eddie. I haven't played against Eddie in a while either. See what Eddie is on today. Eddie is typically a Golos stacks player, if I recall correctly, and that is what the internet tells me as well. So we're gonna look for hands that have mana and can beat like a Sorcerer's Spyglass. It's gonna be kind of challenging. Game 1 we kind of want to race, and then game 2 we have Vigors. So I have a cat. That is a fucking hand. Okay. Yeah, let's do it. Keep. This is just an ancestral on upkeep. It's actually more of just a mental reminder for me to put the Lurrus into the commander zone or whatever the hell it's called. Looking for a Force of Will. Found a Force of Will. Didn't really want that many lands. Could be challenging game. Thorn. Man, they haven't even played a workshop yet. think I'm supposed to force it. Bajuka Bog. Well, that would have been pretty good against me earlier. This is interesting. Think. Yeah, I'm definitely considering therapy on Golos. Just trying to figure out if I want to just cast this Preordain first. I think so. This is interesting. Yeah. I definitely want that. I think there's like also a possibility you could name like a Spyglass or something here, but okay, they have a Phyrexian Revoker. So now we find out, does the opponent follow me on Twitter? Grief? I don't know. Pretty sure if you're playing Grief, you kind of want to just be venge vining people. All right. Survey says is probably the correct name is Deathrite Shaman, but we'll see what they come up with. Oh no! Damn it! They follow me on Twitter. Unlucky. Unlucky. All right, so what we need to do is find our way to a Thassa's Oracle and go Oracle Consult. So we can Merchant Scroll for like a Gush or a Dig Through Time. We don't really have a way to kill this Revoker besides Living Wishing for a Reclamation Sage or finding Assassin's Trophy. Both of those are just like not super strong choices. So if we happen to be on those, we can find them, but I think like we have Assassin's Trophy in the main and we have Living Wish for Reclamation Sage in the board. But I think we just want to go, man, I don't really want to do Gush though. How close are we to Dig? We're not really very close. I guess Brainstorm's even better. I think Brainstorm's the best, actually. So my opponent's going to play a 6/6 Stonecoil Serpent here. 7/7 Stonecoil Serpent here. So let's see. End of turn Brainstorm, we lose one less card. But it's a better use of our mana. So I think I would rather just end of turn Brainstorm. Maybe that should have been green, actually. Wow. That is fucking disgusting. That is so bad. Fuck. What do I do? Take 9. They also have the ability to search their library and play a 3 cost. I think we're probably just dead. That was about the worst possible Brainstorm you could have ever seen. It was 3 lands, wasn't it? Should we have consulted for Living Wish and grabbed a Gilded Drake? I mean, we can. We could do that. Sure. I definitely don't think we were supposed to do that. I think we were supposed to use Brainstorm and find good cards, but we just drew 3 lands. I don't, like, Consult was our best way to win the game. If we found Living Wish, we could have gotten an Oracle. If we found an Oracle, we won on the spot. Like, there's like a million different ways that this goes well for us. It just happens that it didn't go well for us. I don't think we actually have a turn because my opponent has an active Inventor's Fair, and they can just get like a 3-ball or something. So I can consult for... I can consult for... Lurrus is terrible here. Why would I want Lurrus? Chat, you're going wild. Wild. Trophy. I can consult for Trophy and play my Hermit Druid, and then the problem is they just Inventor's Fair for another Revoker, and it's terrible. I think I'm supposed to play the Hermit Druid and do an end of turn consult depending on what they do. I also technically have a Mystic Sanctuary. I have to fetch at least, or I can just Demonic Consult those lands away. Actually, no, I would lose my Mystic Sanctuary. That's unfortunate. So is it even better? Because I'm going to consult no matter what, so it's better to just play the Tropical Island and lose the Mystic Sanctuary. Also, for Assassin's Trophy is going to get me killed. It's just so bad. Even if we find the Assassin's Trophy, the likelihood we mill the combo pieces is like super, super high. But I just don't have enough cards. Unfortunately, putting this Mystic Sanctuary back was actually really bad for me. Because if I could go Demonic Consult for Thassa's Oracle, and then I could Mystic Sanctuary back my Demonic Consultation. I mean, it's still going to lose the Trinisphere, so maybe that line is shit. Hey Thorn, thanks for the support. I actually think putting back that Mystic Sanctuary, even though that's like heuristically what you normally do, was pretty bad for me. Strip mine the fair? How are we going to do that? You want me to Demonic for Living Wish and strip mine? That's just like a spew, and it's not going to actually solve the problem. I don't like that very much. Then we just can't win. So, not very good. I'm 100% in on consulting here because I chose to play not a fetch. The question will be, what do we consult for? And it's probably just this one of Assassin's Trophy, and we have to hope that we don't get wrecked by the RNG, and we have to see what they do with their Inventor's Fair first. This game is so sad because I think it's really just like one bad brainstorm was the thing that really hurt us. Obviously, like, this was also problematic. I think we probably win this game if we don't broadcast our deck to Twitter and Twitch, but that is something that I, have to live with. Because I think that the best name in this situation is probably Deathray Shaman, but Definitely the best name in this situation if you know that your opponent's playing Hermit Druid is Hermit Druid. That's for sure. And the problem with like doing anything that deals with this or this is that they do have an Inventor Spare still. I don't think we want a Rex Sage. We'll have to see what they do with this Inventor's Fair. I think they're just going to get a 3-ball, which is not beatable. Because we're going to have 5 mana. If it's anything else, maybe we have a shot. Know what I could have done? No, that wouldn't have beat 3-ball either. I could have fetched and then just ripped a Thassa's Oracle. Or a Living Wish. If they the problem is this Inventor's Fair. Like, if they didn't have anything else, then it's definitely possible that I could have, like, fetched and done something. I guess they could just get second Revoker. They got God Pharaoh stuff. Come on! So stupid. So dumb. So 4 mana gets me Assassin's Trophy and a Hermit Druid activation, but I can't cast Dread Return, right? No, there's no getting lucky. There's no getting lucky. That's not a thing that can possibly happen. I know my top cards because I didn't fetch. And even if it did, nothing can do anything against this. So, chat lethal. So if I get an Assassin's Trophy, it costs 4. So I could technically I could Assassin's Trophy this. No, I can't. Yeah, I could technically Assassin's Trophy this and activate my Hermit Druid, but there's no way for me to play Dread Return. So I think that's just lethal. This game is just the most tilting. Brainstorm why you be like that. I don't think I have anything. I think I'm just gonna concede. I don't get a turn. This thing deals me 1 damage and then I die. I don't know. I feel like I could have done something differently in that game, but I don't know if it would have mattered. Anyways, we got Force of Vigors coming in. And then Fluster, Misdirection, and Misstep out. Seems good. Could take out 1 Delve spell as well. For like a Collector Roof. Or a Strip Mine. Yeah, looks fine. Are we worried? I don't know. I have Force of Vigor. Like, that's my catch-all one of answer. Man, I don't know. I think Brainstorm was the right Merchant Scroll get. I think End of Turning Brainstorm was correct. I think not fetching was wrong, but it's not going to matter if my opponent plays a 3-ball or a God Pharaoh statue off of the thing. Yeah, the Inventor's Fair was like the real kicker, because if it was just a random card, there's a chance we're okay. But yeah, not great. All right. I mean, we lost on the play, but now we have Vigor, so a little here, a little there. That's fine. I mean, I'd really like to have a blue card in my hand, but I understand that that's not something you can always have. This hand's pretty good, though. I think I would rather this Demonic Tutor just be any blue card. That way I can go Deathrite, Hermit Druid, Force, just try to go. So I didn't even look at their sideboard. They can have Grafdigger's Cage. Jeez, they can have Grafdigger's Cage, another Sorcerer's Spyglass. They have Leylines of the Void too. Wow, okay. I did not realize exactly how much graveyard hate these Golos Shops deck played. Like, I knew they played a lot, but I just, like, it always boggles my mind when they play more graveyard hate in the board. When they're, like, already have the most graveyard hate of any deck. I guess that you kind of have to when you just, like, don't play a clock. Okay, Ancient Tomb what? Ancient Tomb Defense Grid? Alright, they're protected from Force of Vigor, kind of. Surprised they brought in Defense Grid against me. I think I'm just supposed to play all the stuff. How bad could it go? Spyglass on Hermit Druid. Yeah, it's a good one. I do have Demonic for Force of Vigor, and I can just hardcast it on my turn. Yeah. What else you got? Strip Mine. Okay, yeah. Tap Strip Mine. Play a Sphere. Okay. Narcomoeba. I just win here. How would you like to just win here? I'm very interested to find out. Have you considered simply winning? So if they strip mine me, I still have 1, 2, 3. Fuck, I don't have enough mana. I have 4 mana. Oh, God. So I guess I get Assassin's Trophy. Okay. No, I'd like to try to win if possible. Maybe I'm just gonna get Crucible looped out of this game. It's definitely possible. They just strip mine me here. I guess they don't have enough mana right now, but this does kind of is kind of annoying, right? So it costs me 3 mana to Assassin's Trophy as well as 1 mana to Dread Return. Maybe I'm not supposed to tap all of my Deathrite Shamans here. Not that I can, yeah, because they can't play a Crucible this turn, so I don't think the attack is bad here. I mean, they can play a Crucible, but they can't like play and replay a Strip Mine because of the Sphere. So I think the attack is fine. Another one. Oh, this is another Strip Mine. No, stop. Hmm. Maybe I can just attack and win. 5 mana? Chalice on 2. Or what? I don't think holding up force is good. I think I would rather... I can't hold up force. No, holding up force is so bad because the minute they strip mine me, I'm off of force. So I think I'm gonna cast Preordain and hold open Deathrite Underground Sea and attack for 2. Huh. Fuck you. Who's ready to get tabernacled out of this game? Got him. Yeah, what's a Golos shops? This is a classic Golos shops board. They stop the opponent. The opponent can do no combos, but wait a second. Is that a 1/1 in play? Oh god, no, not a 1/1. What am I gonna do? A 1/1? I guess I just lose. Golos shops, man. Funny thing is, let's see. If they play a Tabernacle, strip 2 lands, I still can pay for 1 and then pay for the others. What's that? Yeah, I guess we're still fine. Ooh, boy. Baby. All right, here he comes. What do we got? What do we got? Oh, a 1/1. Protection for multicolor, though. No, just specifically Golos shops as Pog. Charge! Okay, all right. Game 3 on the draw. This is going to be very challenging to win. Unfortunately, I'm not super optimistic, but we're going to do our best. We didn't see Grafdigger's Cage. But maybe we want Mental Misstep back in the deck. Bring in Rexage. Lose Lurrus. It's an idea. Maybe what we want to do is bring in Lurrus, Rexage, and I don't know, because like then I'm kind of interested in taking out the Dread Return package. Maybe that's fine though. Maybe like Ataxian Probe Daze is shit, and we just want to do that and bring in Lurrus and Rexage. Maybe that's actually good. Can we bring in True Name at that point as well? I kind of dig it. I kind of dig it. It's pretty hard to get value from our Living Wish. I kind of dig it. All right, okay, all right, chat. I see you. Okay, we're playing 7-point Highlander now, basically. I cut a wish. I did. I don't know how many wishes I want to cut. I could cut like a lot of wishes and just play like a Collector Roof as well. I don't hate this. I don't hate this. Don't hit this. Defining Witch does help get around the Spyglass problem, but all right, let's do this. Which supplements the 1/1 beatdown plan. Hilarious. Fantastic. This hand's so bad. This hand's so bad. No. This hand is much better. I kind of think I want to just put this trophy back. Or Gush. I'll just put Gush back. We're getting leylined. Okay. It's okay. I wasn't gonna win like that anyways. Aha! The beatdown. I hope this actually works. Sure. I could play a Narcomoeba instead of an Ancestral. I don't think I need to do that. Yeah, probably not the strongest choice. Imagine if I had a Dryad Arbor in my deck. Ooh. Imagine. Now, that's just me getting wastelanded, so probably ship play too. All right, you have another Revoker. Resolves. They think they're all good, but little did they know the Merfolk Rogues are coming. Oh, I should have I forgot to click my jet. Whoops. All right. I wasn't looking, chat. My bad. Yeah, exclamation mark F6. I don't think they're supposed to. Nah, maybe they're supposed to name Jet. I mean, if they know my hand, they name Jet. I think Deathrite Shaman and Hermit Druid are also pretty good names here. Yeah, I should have. I should have tapped my Jet. We're aware. Played around it, chat. Look at all this. Never punished. Not once in a million years would I ever be punished for making a misplay, chat. Come on now. Nice deck. My favorite part is if I drew Oracle Consult, I would still win. Because Oracle's fucked up. I mean, to be fair, Magic Online fucked me with that brainstorm, so. Alright, Crucible, sure. No Wasteland, though. They do have Crucible Inventors Fair now. Hermit Druid. Alright, what do we got? We have a lot of choices now. We can play 2 1/1s. I kind of want to wish for a Force of Will. Trophying the fair while they have an active Crucible might be the boldest play chat has suggested tonight. Up there with cast the 2-drop into Chalice. I don't actually think that Lurrus is better than... I think what I'm going to do is scroll for Force and play an Archamoeba. Oh, that's actually bad too, huh? Lurrus also costs 6 mana, chat. Where are you guys getting these plays? And Lurrus is in our deck. Oh my god. I love chat. Chat is competitive advantage, by the way. For anyone watching at home, chat, competitive advantage. 100% accurate. I think I'm just going to get a Force of Will and not play any follow-up and attack with my True Name Nemesis. I feel like I'm not losing unless they find something really good and play it, so... Streaming is... It's like... Yes, streaming can sometimes give you lines you had not thought of. It can all, but most of the time, it's giving you 19 lines that you didn't think of because they're unplayable and lose the game on the spot, and 1 line that you were already going to play. So... I can't trophy chat. There's still a Thorn in play. This Ghost Quarter Crucible is problematic, though. That is certainly a problem. Ooh, that's a good draw. I think I'm supposed to gush now, even though like it opens me up to Crucible Ghost Quarter problems, because I think that playing the... Like, I want to play another attacking creature. So if they're gonna let me have all the things, I'm just gonna hit Crucible Thorn. I could just hit these 2 Revokers. I'm just gonna hit Crucible Thorn. I would have to play 2 power to have lethal. I'm just too worried of getting my lands taken away right now, so I think I'm just gonna go Crucible Thorn, and then I have a bunch of Force of Wills to hold open, and I think we're in like great shape. So it's gonna take me an extra turn to win, but I think that's okay. This was a sick game, huh? True name Nemesis. Look at all this combo hate. We got combo hate. We got combo hate. We got combo hate. I'd probably lose this game if my opponent named Moxjet. If my opponent had named Moxjet, I probably would have lost this game, but we don't talk about that. Whoops. When I play this deck, I just ruin my clock, and I ruin everyone's tournament by being the last one, right? I guess I'm not the last run. Ah, we have won the match. True name Nemesis. Guess I didn't need the graveyard hate and should have revoked Jet. GG's. GG's. I definitely think revoking Jet was good. Yeah. Okay, we're back. Round 4 of the Vintage Challenge, playing against Eggy Benny. We're 3-0, looking for a couple more wins. Eggy Benny plays a variety of decks, last seen on Breach, but has played Oath and Hogak in the past, so we're not really sure. But what we are sure about is we have a cat. And certainly some kind of hand here. I'm in on this hand, though. This hand looks sweet. I obviously would like this Mystic Sanctuary to be any of the other lands in my deck, but that is typically the case when you draw Mystic Sanctuary. So, not much to say there. Looking for... I mean, just an Oracle would be sweet. We could go... If we had an Oracle, we could just go Mystic Sanctuary, Black Lotus, Oracle, Demonic Consultation with Days Backup, which would be pretty dope. So my opponent kept their 7? No. They're thinking about their 7. Okay. Oh, actually, the 4-color Breach list is actually Oath. So maybe they are on Oath. Their last 2 postings have been Oath. I like this. This is a sweet list, actually. This is like a combo Oath list, except you're using Underworld Breach instead of Tendrils. I like this. It's a cool list. Our current plan? Cast cantrips and decide later. Currently, we just we have cantrips. Oh, what the hell is this? I feel like Sun Titan is worse than Grizzlebrand usually. I don't know. Whenever I'm playing... Oh my lord, are we just dead? Whenever I play the Oath list, I just always want my Oath creature to be Grizzlebrand if possible. So it looks like it's a Slasher aficionado. Combo shops, which is kind of annoying, to be honest. I mean, we are probably dead if they like follow this up with yeah, if you look at this hand, you would put me on Doomsday if you didn't know. That's just true. So what would they name here if we were on Doomsday? Like Street Wraith or something? Necropotence? Yeah. Oh, we did reveal a Lurrus, but that's not... I guess you wouldn't name Street Wraith because we revealed a Lurrus. There were Lurrus Doomsday lists. Necropotent seems like a reasonable one. It's kind of hard if you don't know what if you weren't following Twitter. I don't know what I would name here. I would probably name maybe Necropotence is the best. No, we can't play Necropotence with Lurrus. You're right. Fuck. Well, you can't play anything with Lurrus. What do you name? what do you name here? I guess Deathrite Shaman's pretty reasonable. Mishra's Bauble would be pretty reasonable. Soul Guide Lantern. Sensei's top. Yeah, no, that's pretty reasonable too. Sure. I think one of the artifacts. No, this is yeah, you're right. Delta's pretty good. Delta would be good. I think Delta makes the most sense. They just have a helm too? Oh, they have a Trinisphere. Jesus. Okay, yeah, sure. This is definitely Slasher. Slasher, you on your alt? I guess we can play around. I'd rather just do this. I mean, I have played Doomsday before, but this game is going to be very challenging to win. It's a classic 6-mana turn 1 play with 2 threats and a... Stop! Why are you like this? No! Oh, chat. It's so tilt. That's the perfect hand. I mean, it's not the perfect hand. If they had a helm on turn 1, it would have killed us. So I guess helm would be better. But this hand is really, really good. Really, really, really good. Yup. I have an uncastable card. You're right. Good point. You got me. Come on, second Wasteland? I drew a fetch land. That's really good too. Second Wasteland is brutal though. All right. All right, no follow-up, no follow-up. They're on top deck mode. We need more land. Oh my god. Okay, so let's take a step back. The best possible draw in my deck for the last 3 turns has been fetch land. And we have drawn fetch land for 3 of the last 4 turns. So, there's no complaining on my side. All right, what do we do with this, though? We just play a Jet, probably. We play a Jet this turn, and then a Lotus next turn, and then we move on from there. Two Trops and an Underground Sea. Hermiture is not going to do anything unless we draw an Oracle, and in that case, Lotus Brainstorm Lock. Sure, reasonable. Okay. All right, they drew something. They drew a Sapphire, sure. I assume they wasteland my Underground Sea here, or maybe a Tropical Island's even better. But no, they don't. They don't want to use this wasteland. That is interesting to me. Wow, another insane draw from Justin. He can't keep getting away with it. I mean, Days is not very good with, I have to pay 3 for my Days, so. I guess I could technically just cast it for 3. Is that better? Well, it's probably better to play the Lotus, right? They have 1 card. It doesn't have to be Lotus. I guess it could be, yeah, I mean, Golos is, it could be Leyline of the Void. It could totally be Leyline of the Void. think it's better to play this Lotus in case it is Leyline of the Void. And then I can still daze. Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty good reason to... I mean, it's a good reason to hold your Lotus. I mean, they might not have Golos, but they are giving themselves the out of drawing Golos. But it's pretty likely they have Golos, yeah. Ouch. I don't think it's as locked as you think it is, but... I really wish I could hold up Force, but I just can't. We're just going to cast Preordain. What if I just cast... No. Yeah, let's just cast Preordain. Another fetch land. How many lands do I have left in my deck? I have an Underground Sea? 2 Underground Seas. Alright, well now I can hold up Force. I guess they could wasteland me off Force. Is it better to just play a Hermit Druid this turn? It might be. I feel like if they hit anything like they wanted besides Golos, then they would just waste the off Force anyways, so... I don't think that's true. I could consult for Living Wish and Living Wish for Oracle. I think this Brainstorm is going to be pitched to Force most of the time, so... It's unfortunate that we are up against Leyline, but... They might just choose not to be wastelanding me because I have so much mana already, but I think it's still pretty good to wasteland me because it keeps me off of 2 spells a turn. Like, if they wasteland me here, hashtag, and I draw Thassa's Oracle, then I can go Oracle Hermit Druid. I think playing Hermit Druid has better play here, unless they drew exactly Golos, which, fuck, alright, yes. I mean, the holding up in Force of Will was good if they drew exactly second Golos, which is... Alright, so here they could get Inventor's Fair, I assume. It's really, really unfortunate. Because this is the only draw in their deck where I would have actually wanted to hold open Force. Really unfortunate. I guess also Helm. But the problem with Helm is they can just wasteland me first. Obviously, they won't be able to kill me on the spot, but they could just keep me off of Force. They might not be on Inventor's Fair. If they're not on Inventor's Fair, what are they doing? Grabbing a Dark Depths or a Thespian Stage? I guess Thespian Stage is better because it can be a wasteland. Draw the 1 Oracle. I'll do my best. So they got the Dark Depths. Interesting. Retro Cruise. Okay. So I think we just brainstorm and then we can consult at some point and go from there. Or maybe we do nothing now so that they can't waste us off of Force. Technically, we could get Lurrus, but that's not exactly very good right now. Can we win next turn? If I were to consult for my one Oracle, what I could do is I could do what I said earlier. I could Demonic for Living Wish and cast Living Wish this turn. Well, the problem is I can't... There's no way I can hold open Force and win on the next turn. Unless I Demonic for Thassa's Oracle, which is kind of crazy. Demonic for Living Wish is pretty reasonable, though. And then they have to kill me. I think I'm going to do that. No. Because then they can wasteland me, chat. And I can't cast like the multiple spells in one turn. I would need 7 mana. Chat's going off. This is mini chat with Doomsday. Living Wish? It wins me the game if they don't kill me. Or stop my Hermit Druid activation. I actually almost have enough cards left that I can just Oracle and win on its own, because I missed so many cards there. I think I hit 2 Living Wishes in my first... No, I hit 1 Living Wish in my first 6. I think this is better. I don't know, chat. I really don't think there's like... They have to draw exactly another Sorcerer's Spyglass, right? Or I guess they could draw their Helm here. I actually like the art on this wish better. I mean, if they draw Helm here, then I got wrecked, sure. Looks like they drew Helm, so I guess I'm dead. That's pretty unfortunate. They drew extremely well if that's the case. They drew Golos, Helm as their top 3 cards, right? If they draw Helm here. No, they played Chalice on 2. Jesus. Oh, come on. What the fuck? I hate Magic so much. That's such a joke. Such a joke. That's such a joke. I don't think that like playing console end of turn and holding up force is correct, chat. I don't know why you keep saying that. Like, it's just super risky for no reason. There's just like so few cards in their deck that win them the game this turn besides Chalice and Helm. Those are the only cards that matter. Do I have an out? I don't think I have an out. Because everything gets countered by Chalice. Literally everything. Actual, factual, everything. Because I can't actually Living Wish for a Rex Sage. No, I think they just got the wrong land. I think we're dead on board, so. I can't believe they drew Chalice. This is so fucked up. It's so fucked up. What a joke. Their top 3 draws were Golos, Chalice, right? Like, I mean, it's not Helm, so it didn't win on the spot, but... All right, we're definitely taking out Dread Return and Narcomoeba versus the main deck Leyline deck, and Collector Roof is insane. Rex Sage is great. I think we're going to do that same thing we did last time. I think this makes sense. It's like a little worse against my opponent this time because they are actually like a deck that plays threats. But think it's still fine. I think losing that game is like insane. But so the only other line I could have taken was Demonic Consultation holding open Force of Will. And for that line to work, I kind of have to go with Consult for Thassa's Oracle, which has like a small percentage chance of killing me on the spot, right? I guess I theoretically could have end of turn Demonic for Living Wish. The problem is Demonicing for Living Wish is like giving them another draw step. So then what's the point of holding open Force of Will? I mean, I'm pretty sure they have like nothing in their hand, right? So I'm making them top deck either Helm or I guess Chalice in this case. I guess a Sorcerer's Spyglass would have also stopped it, but I don't know. I think I like the line I took. I think I just got wrecked by the top deck. I do not have a cat. So this is the shitty part about taking out the combo is I have this great Living Wish for Hermit Druid, but it doesn't work. So I guess what I can do is I can Living Wish for Divining Witch. Like kind of a shit line. It's gonna take like 3 turns to work. I don't think this hand sucks. I think having a Force of Will is incredibly important against shops. Against combo shops, especially. This hand would be pretty good if I had the full Hermit Druid combo, but they could also have Leyline, which would just turn that off anyways. I think I'm gonna Living Wish for if I Living Wish for Witch and I play Witch, and then on turn 3 I can go get an Oracle, and on turn 4 I can go. I guess that's a crit. It's terrible, pretty horrible. I mean, I could keep this hand and therapy a Golos or a Sphere. This Living Wish is just garbage right now, right? So bad. I just the way I boarded. I don't think I'm supposed to mulligan this hand. All right, so they had Leyline, so all right, rewarded for sideboarding correctly. It just makes me feel sad. I think I'm gonna do neither play. I think I'm going to hold my fetch and not cast anything. Workshop Mirage Mirror. Man, that's so tilting because like, yeah, I guess it just resolves. I don't really want to counter that. Doesn't really do anything. Okay. I kind of want to hold this wish until I find like a combo piece. Like if I find an Oracle, then I can go get a Hermit Druid. But if I find a Hermit Druid, then I can go get the Oracle. Mirage Mirror, Stone Coil. What the hell is going on? That's a keep? Just because you have a Leyline? Yes. Wild, man. I wish I had left something in my wish board. If this is a keep slasher, I would just never play the deck. I would mulligan that hand. It's not a graveyard combo deck. That's a misnomer. That's what I'm saying. Ah, the +1 mana. I would never like if you're keeping this hand, then you should just play Ravager Shops and have ley lines in the sideboard. If you're keeping this hand, it's just a terrible version of Ravager Shops. Wait, what? Why did they only pay 4 for this? They drew a 2-drop? That's insane. Well, I'm like less worried about a sphere than I am about a 4/4, I guess. So this doesn't make any sense though. Wouldn't you rather just play a sphere and Mirage Mirror it? I don't like this. I think they're playing subpar lines. I mean, our deck is like completely useless though, so maybe it doesn't matter. It was going okay until this match happened, where I feel like we've just been getting ranched by ridiculousness. Wish for which? I mean, the problem with Witch is I have to get my 1 of Oracle, which is, again, silly. Also, I would, like, it's just too much mana, too. All my Living Wish targets are terrible because I boarded out most of my Living Wish targets. I'm just gonna Living Wish for Gilded Drake, and I'm gonna get their really large Stonecoil Serpent, I think, is the plan. But I don't want to do it now, because I don't want them to not, do the thing. Yeah. +1 mana. 5/5 Stonecoil now because they played a sphere. You know what's gonna happen in this game is like I countered a stupid Stonecoil Serpent, right? And so they're just gonna draw Helm, or they're gonna draw like Dark Depths and 2020 me. Maybe I should just wait until they make a 2020 and then get them with the Gilded Drake. They will do it. Yeah, I know they'll do it end of turn. It was a joke. It was a joke. I was joking. Aware. And they could also like copy the depths with the mirror and like get a new copy and sack the legendary. Like there's a million ways it doesn't work, chat. I'm aware, very well aware it doesn't work like that. All right, 5/5 Stonecoil Serpent, right? Beautiful. You did it. Merchant Scroll. Well, that certainly changes things.
The fact that I've subscribed for an entire year is proof that bad decks pay off.
Thank you for subscribing for an entire year. I think we're just supposed to Merchant Scroll for Ancestral and just do that instead. I guess we could technically wait, but it's just like such inefficient use of mana if we do that. I just feel like if we Merchant Scroll for Ancestral and Ancestral, we could then maybe like Living Wish for the missing combo piece. Could also just draw a bunch of nonsense. Like, I don't think I'm supposed to Ancestral off this Black Lotus. I think that would be a pretty poor use of our Black Lotus. But I'm also, like, dying. But I can draw things like, you know, Force of Vigor and Rex Sage and stuff like that. Like, there are good draws in our deck. Probably draw 3 lands, right? One thing that they can do now is, like, double Sphere me with Mirage Mirror. Another one? Alright, I think we're at end of turning it now. Because we do it on our turn for 3. This doesn't actually let us do anything, though. But we still lose 1 mana on the next turn. I would have to use the whole Lotus to get Ancestral. Days. Worse than just... Do I have a 3rd Underground Sea? Fuck. I guess I can just vamp for Vigor. And Vigor Sphere Stone Coil. I could vamp for Console, but I can't get my Thassa because of no green. I don't really think it's great. I think it's, like, too slow, and my opponent will do something silly and I'll lose. I don't think not dying is good. I'd rather be winning. But I just don't really see a way out of that besides doing this. My deck is, like, really bad. Oh well. Gonna triple sphere me? Sure. It's fine. Wasn't really planning on casting spells this turn anyways. Yeah, this is, like, a really losing line. I don't really like how we chose to do it. Oh well. Gotta do what we gotta do. You're gonna make 2 thorns. You're not gonna make 2 thorns? Oh, they've drawn all 4 Mirage Mirrors. That's hilarious. Slash your deck building, baby. I definitely want to just take this Misty, and then I might shuffle away. No, not poor Eggy. They're the villain here. Come on now. Saw what happened game 1. Poor Eggy, my ass. Someone should use their channel points and send Slasher away. Yeah, I don't think I want this Deathrite Shaman because I don't really want to give them Deathrite Shamans. All I want to find is Consult, I guess, or Hermit Druid. Goodbye. Two self-sabotages too? Oh, this is beautiful. I love it. It's just working as intended. It always brings me great joy. It always brings me great joy when the self-sabotages come out. Too funny. All right, Hermit Druid, baby. I'm surprised they're not making Mirage Mirrors for 2 life each. I don't know, 5 minutes or something. 10 minutes? Nah, it's whatever. 600 is fine. All right, I have been unable to locate a druid. Yeah, this is game 2. I actually, even though my opponent has drawn abysmally bad, I don't think we're going to win this game. I think like they'll just at some point draw a Helm and kill us. Or a Dark Depths and Stage kills us. Like, there's just so many top decks that kill us on the spot, and we have to draw our stuff soon. Another Sphere. Okay, well, things are getting dicey. We had 1 green source, so no. We could not have top deck Force of Vigor. All I want is a Hermit Druid, chat. I just want a Hermit Druid. Oh, I don't want Deathrite Shaman. I just want Hermit Druid. Yeah, I have a Thassa's Oracle in my hand. Chat, we've been playing for 3 rounds. 4 rounds. You've seen me do it. What's happening? This is a classic combo shops draw, though. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. What are you doing? Why? You just took 2 damage for no reason. I'm so confused. There's Console, there's 3 Hermit Druids, there's a... Yeah, don't care. Don't care. I'm not gonna be able to win in time anyways. What am I talking about? Yay! How much does this thing cost? Oh my god, it costs so much mana. Oh, what? It didn't use my floating mana? Oh my god. I think it's better to just draw the tropical than to not. All right, so as long as they don't draw Helm or Sorcerer's Spyglass, we're gonna be okay. If they draw Helm now, I'm going to be so sad. No, no. Oh, no! This game is so silly. Now they can just make a bunch of 1/1s with Mirage Mirror, and we're going to be in trouble. Force of Vigor. Okay, well, hold on. Okay, so if I don't think I can do it this turn. How much does this cost? It costs 1, 2 more. So it's 6. And I'm hitting, yeah, whatever. I can just pass here. This at least lets me not die to Helm as well. Yeah, I'm going to time out this game. There's like 0 chance I don't time out this game. It's fine. Especially since I could... it's fine, whatever. Hermit Druid and Sphere? Probably? I don't know. I think we're winning this game, but I think I'm going to time out in this match. I need to, once they go to sideboarding, I need to run to the restroom real quick, too. Beautiful. Just as I drew it up. That game, that game is a beautiful example of why you should just not play combo shops. All right. We need to switch up our board plan here, I think. I think this Lurrus in the main sucks, and I think this dig through time kind of sucks. I kind of want to put like... I kind of want to put like the combo back in. Just hope they don't have Leyline. Maybe that's a stupid idea. It's kind of sucks. It's just so many slots for just like garbage, though. Just so many slots for garbage. I don't really think we want to make Lurrus eligible. I don't think that's like that matters. I think we just want to take like... I don't know. I guess this is fine. I mean, we can still combo, but I just don't think we want to... It does give us more blue cards to pitch to Force of Will. Maybe we will just go like this. I have a cat. Interesting hand. Yeah, it seems like a hand that we're gonna keep and then die with, but I'm in. I'm in for it. I mean, Collector Roof is insane against my opponent's deck, which is nice. But I also have Emerald, which is not nice. All right, they didn't have a Leyline. Okay, wait, we're just doing it, right? Doing it live? I'm pretty sure we're just supposed to play... Maybe we're actually supposed to play Hermit Druid. Well, no, they're going to name Hermit Druid, so we'll just play Collector Roof. Hopefully we don't get Wastelanded and move on from there. Yeah, I've just drawn Sanctuary so many times today. Yep, Hermit Druid sounds good. Next, go next. Ooh, Force of Will, interesting. This looks good. Maybe we just attack and clock them out. We got a bear. Thespian stay. Oh, we're gonna get 2020'd? Not like this. Not like this. Ah, they're just gonna natty 2020 us. We don't really have outs to that either. We have a Gilded Drake, technically. What? Oh, wow. I think I'm supposed to keep that and just hope it works out. All right, they have to not have it this turn. I need them to not have it this turn. This game blows. Maybe they won't activate it because of Gilded Drake. They probably shouldn't activate it, actually. Because we don't play Wasteland in our deck, it's technically correct for them not to activate it. It's technically correct. It's actually the better play to not activate. It's actually the better play to not activate, which, you know, maybe we have a chance. No, I know what my top deck is. I have... No, I don't think that's true. They also don't know my deck list because they weren't... Oh, they're going to do it anyways. Fuck this game! Slasher, the world doesn't operate with perfect information. We already know they didn't know we were on it. This is so tilting. Could I have won if I had blown up? This is so sickening, man. Ugh. What an actual joke. Maybe I wasn't supposed to play this Collector Roof. I win this game if I hadn't played Collector Roof? Maybe? Maybe just playing Collector? I mean, it's so unlikely that I draw the Assassin's Trophy. But I could have drawn Force of Vigor. Maybe I played this game like shit. No, maybe I played this game horribly. If I just play Hermit Druid on turn 1 in this game, I win. I would have won this game if I had just played Hermit Druid on turn 1. No, I think I played like shit, right? I don't know. I kind of had to draw like Force of Vigor though, or Assassin's Trophy, which is pretty unlikely. I don't know. All right, round 5 of 6. We got to win both of our remaining matches. We're playing against the deck 84, who always plays Breach. I have a cat. I've got a turn 1 Hermit Druid. And I have Mental Misstep. I can wait, and I don't actually. I could play Mystic Sanctuary and wait, and I could play Hermit Druid with Flusterstorm backup. I don't think that's better though. Maybe it's better. I guess it doesn't really matter. I've drawn so many Mystic Sanctuaries in my opener. It's insane. We'll have to see what they do, I guess. Hey, they also drew a Mystic Sanctuary. Vampiric Tutor. Alright, I think I'm supposed to play Mystic Sanctuary, Sapphire, and pass. And then we can play Hermit Druid with Fluster Misstep back up. That's okay because we can technically therapy ourselves, or we can vamp for console. Either of those plays would work. This kind of seems like a game where I'm going to go for the combo and die, but whoops. Oh wait, no, I'm going to just cast the Oracle. Never mind. Well, then they can, yeah, that actually is fine. Well, then I can't hold up Flusterstorm though, so I have to. I can't let this resolve because it could be Black Lotus or Underworld Breach. I can't. I need to draw a land next turn so I can play Thassa's Oracle with Flusterstorm backup and have an activation of Hermit Druid. No, I have to therapy myself to get the Oracle out of my hand, probably. Or I guess I don't. I can therapy them and just have 0 mana. I think I want to land though. Oh no, my Fluster. Oh, I'm gonna lose here. GG's, Benny. GG's. It was really it was such a tilting match. I'm sure from your side on game 2, like you could just draw any kind of spell and it would be insane. Well, it's that chat. That all depends on if we get a turn or not, which I'm not convinced we're getting a turn here. Should I just Flusterstorm this vamp? I think I'm supposed to. Oh. The problem is there's going to be so many things I have to play around. It's going to be crazy. I think I'm going to wait 1 turn here. I don't know if I'm going to Trophy or Vamp, but I'm going to do something. Kind of depends on what they do with their turn. I think there's like some world here where Assassin's trophying The volcanic puts them on just... it's kind of shit, right? I guess I can just vamp for a fluster, activate Hermit Druid, Cabal Therapy them on... I don't think it eliminates all outs. That's what I'm concerned about. Oh, we don't have another fluster in our deck. That's also problematic. There's only one fluster in our deck. I'm just gonna get Ancestral then. Get Therapy. Not bad either. Therapy, target them, target Pyroblast. Therapy, target them, target Force of Will. It's not bad. Alright. I don't know if that's actually better than getting Ancestral, but... What is this? They're gonna Brain Freeze it? Alright, well now we should be covered unless they have Force of Will. Well, no, I can cover Force of Will with the therapy that they just milled over, right? So what do? I activate my Hermit Druid, and then I therapy Force of Will, and then I play a Thassa's Oracle. That should do it. Yeah, I mean, if they have double force, whatever. They could have negation and force of will. Or misstep and force. Yeah, all of the... No, I have Dread Return. So I should be fine. So I have Dread Return, so I can actually do both. Alright, they have nothing. So even if they had Force of Will here, I could Dread Return back my countered Thassa's Oracle. That's kind of sick. Ooh. Ooh, so what was their hand? It was Breaches, right? Yeah, they had Breaches and Merchant Scroll. So if I hadn't flustered that Vamp, I would most assuredly have lost this game. So flustering Vamp was confirmed good. I'm going to bring in 2 Soul Guide Lanterns, and I'm going to take out... What am I going to take out? The deck 84. So many placings. Nihil Spellbomb, Surgical Extraction, Rav Trap. I think I'm going to take out the whole graveyard combo again. Seems like way too hard to play through the graveyard combo. So I'm just going to put... What did I put last time? Where did we put the other 2 cards? Maybe it's just like Collector Oof Hermit Druid. That way I can still have Oracle and Witches combo pieces in the board. Yeah, this looks good. I think like these cards are so bad, and I think there's very little chance that I go for like YOLO Hermit Druid plays when my opponent's going to be on like 3 Rav Trap, 2 Surgical, counter spells, Pyroblast, Bolts. Like it's just so many ways that we can die. I just don't think I want to go all in on my Hermit Druid activation. I think that's kind of where I stand on the matter. I think we want to play a little bit fairer. I I think taking out the full graveyard combo here and have them board in like 6 pieces of graveyard hate is probably a little bit better. I have a cat. This hand's sweet. This hand's super sweet. I'm in. There's a lot of thoughts I can't say outright. Do. Try again, I'm wishing you well. I drew the stupid Mystic Sanctuary again. And someone get someone needs to go back and make a Mystic Sanctuary drawn before fetched counter and just see how bad today was, because it feels like today was really bad in that regard. Oh, it certainly feels like it's been a rough day for the Mystic Sanctuary. Feels very fair in my deck here. Oh man, the misdirection has been cheated. They saw my misdirection. They know all about it. This card is so lame. I hate Cataxium Probe. Another fetch land. I do like another fetch land. I think I'm actually supposed to get more Underground Seas, which is kind of interesting. Because we can play a pretty controlling game with like Deathrite Shaman, Lurrus, Soul Guide Lantern. And if they bring in a bunch of Graveyard Hate and we just play like pseudo bug control versus them, I think that's actually a pretty reasonable way to go about this matchup. No, Slasher's fine. Slasher's fine. Leave Slasher alone. Blue Narset. I think that's fine. I guess I can fight over it if I want. What am I doing? Pitching Misdirection? Pitch Gush? It just doesn't seem great. I don't think there's like a super big reason to fight over this. No, I definitely don't want to pitch Oracle. Oracle's how we're winning the game. Oracle's actually good in my hand. I think pitching Misdirection is actually reasonable. Yeah, I don't know. Like the Deathrite Shamans are kind of protecting us from getting combo killed, so it's like a little weird to attack with them, but we can totally put it to 1 on our next turn. I think there's like a pretty decent reasons for any of the choices that we could have made there. Pyroblast, it's kind of an annoying one, but I do have a Misdirection. Put it to 2. I think putting it to 2 is less good. Dig through time. I think I would rather just put it to 1. I think we have the opportunity to not die for 1 turn. This is why I typically board out Narset against bug decks. Is because like the creatures can just deal with the Narset and it's not very good. It's like a very big reason why I think that you like a lot of people. That's a reason why like people like Bryant Cook are like not playing Narset at all in their PO lists, because it's really hard to protect. I think it's a little bit easier to protect now if you play Sedgemoor Witch in PO. But Demonic Consultation. So we know that they have a Pyroblast. We could probably win the game here. So I can misdirect the Pyroblast to the Narset. I can kind of pay for Fluster. I could Gush and replay my lands to make a bunch more mana, or 1 more mana. Oh, I can't misdirect to Narset because it's not target permanent. It's not target spell. I could still misdirect to a different counter at some point. I don't think I need to go for it here. Though we might want to just gush after killing Narset anyways, because we missed our land drop. I don't think there's enough reasoning here to go in on anything, though. I think we just kill the Narset, cast a gush. They're just going to Pyroblast my gush. I guess that's, like, fine, right? I don't want to go for it now. I guess Misdirect, Flusterstorm is the big issue. Returning Sanctuary would be pretty weird, considering I don't have lands to hit, and I'm gonna just have to replay it anyways. I kind of think it's like pretty reasonable to go here. I could also just get my Lurrus. You just do that. I can't do that after. Maybe I should have floated black, blue, black if I wanted to make this play. All right, I'm gonna get my Lurrus instead. This way I'm holding up a Deathrite Shaman activation, and I'm proceeding as planned. I think this is fine. I think this is fine. Brainstorm. Sure. Preordain. Too bad Lurrus can't pitch to force. That would make it die. No, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, it's just everything balanced as all things should be. I think I'm okay with going for it here because I can return it with Lurrus later. I guess it doesn't really do anything though until I find a Hermit Druid. I'm not like super thrilled with the idea of playing 3 mana worth of cards here. I think I can just keep waiting. I think I'm just gonna play the Lurrus then. Just gonna force my Lurrus. That's fine. Force pitching force on Lurrus. I don't care. Sure. Maybe I should eat now so they can't dig, or it's harder for them to dig. I can eat 2 cards out of their yard. I can't go. I don't have 3 mana, chat. Next turn though. I'm trying to figure out if I'm supposed to eat right now. I feel like eating right now is good. I can just eat their land and their Preordain. I guess it just leaves me open to daze and fluster pretty badly, but I mean, I have double counterspell-ish. Next turn I have Oracle Console. I think I'm in like where we're at. Oh, now I have a Hermit Druid as well. Hmm. Alright, so I'm just gonna play the Hermit Druid then. This gives me tons of different ways to win with my Oracle if it resolves. And I still have double Deathrite activation and double Counterspell. I'm playing the Matt Murray don't actually win the game style. I guess I can almost win the game with Deathrites as well. So maybe I was supposed to. I don't know. Seems good though. They're almost dead. They're just death rights. All right, I'm gonna cast Thassa's Oracle. Force pitching brain freeze. Force pitching force. Or force pitching dig. Storm count's currently too high. That's fine though. If they fluster my force, it's fine. I just misdirect their force, right? Why would I Druid first? I don't want to go all in on that. So I lose to Ancestral here. Yeah, I don't care about Rap Trap. Yeah, I don't think I like how we played that game. I think I should have just attacked. That seemed really loose. I think we should have just held open 2 Deathrite Shamans and attacked with my 1/1 Hermit Druid. No, because I had already put my whole graveyard in my library. So if their like last card was just Ancestral for some reason, I would lose. I don't know why their last card would be Ancestral. That seems ridiculous. I mean, I guess they did know that I had Fluster or Misdirection, but since the odds of drawing lands off Gus is some, do you think you thought Gus was going to resolve? I'm interested that you thought Gush was going to resolve there, because I did not think Gush was going to resolve there. Yeah, we could have just let them Force of Will Oracle and attacked for lethal with a bunch of counter spells. That's like probably the best line. Oh, historically, I think that the deck 84 were like almost always Pyroblast in that situation, Matt. Maybe that's just like from me playing versus him a lot. Yeah, I think in general though, I don't like the way we played this game at the end here. I don't think there was any reason to play Thassa's. I mean, I think playing Thassa's Oracle is fine. Well, the problem with playing Thassa's Oracle is that I have to use at least one black source to do so I can activate with Hermit Druid. I actually think that playing Thassa's Oracle was just bad, and I should have just attacked with Hermit Druid, put them to 6 to 5 because they cast Force of Will. Wait a second, they were at 5. Oh, I was out of mana. Yeah, not having a land there was kind of awful. Hmm. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Yeah. I get that's like a pretty bad line against Pyroblast, right? I guess it kind of works. So maybe we could have gone Island, Thassa's Oracle. If they force it, then they're dead on board to double activation attack with a Hermit Druid. Leaving us with leaving us with the ability to have lethal if they don't counter this is like, or if they counter this is pretty good. I don't think I was thinking about how one Force of Will affected the clock. Yeah, all right, I like that better. Tapping Sanctuary Tropical to play my Thassa's Oracle there is better. Because if it resolves, I win the game using Deathrite Shaman, and if it doesn't resolve, then that means they had to have forced it or Pyroblasted it. If they Pyroblasted it, then we can fight. If they forced it, then we can just attack and drain twice. Yeah, this deck is really hard, not gonna lie. Obviously, we're playing it at like a decent level because I'm like one of the only people who does play this kind of deck, but I don't play it enough to like really get these intricacies down pat, so definitely has some room to grow. Okay. All right, it's okay. We're back here. It's now round 6 of 6. We're on a winning in for top 8. I've got a cat. Let's begin. That's a decent hand. So you don't typically want to have an Archimedes in your starting hand. I don't know what Pete Arch is on recently. Maybe Breach, maybe Witch. Not sure. See what they up to. Let's see what you got. Oh, Workshop. Okay. That's surprising. Our hand's not great against Workshop. It's also not great against Sphere resistance. Yeah. I think I would like to just cycle at the risk of getting wastelanded. Maybe that's a shitty play, but we really have to get to fast mana or to more lands. All right, so they're on aggro shops, which looks really good here when you draw turn 1 sphere, 2 Mishra's workshops into all of this nonsense. Probably Foundry Inspector Ravager. We're so far behind by just 1 sphere, unfortunately. I don't know how we're gonna come back from this. Oh, they drew Ruby for turn. Well, that's not good. Now they can just get Chief in play. Yeah, we're very dead in this game. We just don't have enough time to be doing things. Nowhere close. We're gonna get Fleet Wheeled. And the Ruby actually prevents us from dazing it, which is not good either. I mean, these are the cards we want. They're just a turn too late, right? So we take... Yeah, we're just... I don't want to show. I mean, they probably know what we're on, but I don't really want to show them what we're on. Where is 6, 10, 12? Yeah, all right. I have no chances here. That was just too strong of a start for us not to have Force of Will. So, all right. So we got crushed in game 1. We get to bring in Vigor. I think we're definitely going to go with the sideboard plan from before. Like this. And then this, 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 and I mean, all of my plans are not very good against aggro shops. I think this plan, like, they're all kind of bad, unfortunately. Maybe we're allowed to go for this combo. Theoretically, they haven't seen it. Maybe that's fine to do that. Or I guess I can take Dig out instead. I think Cruise is better than Dig Through Time, so I would rather cut Dig Through Time because I think it's a lot harder to cast Dig Through Time than Cruise when you get like Wasteland and Sphered. Let's try this. So this is a little mixture of both. Man, that's such a weird hand. Yeah, I guess this is keepable. It's so medium. The Collector Roof is good, but it also turns off our Emerald, and we can get Wastelanded. We don't have Vigor. So awkward. I actually think it's pretty good here. Yeah, I do think that Lurrus is actually pretty good in this matchup. There's a lot of creature trading. Maybe I'm just supposed to lead on Preordained Mox. I gotta be supposed to lead on. Alright, well, I think we're gonna lose if we get Wastelanded, but I think that the power of turn 1 Collector Roof and having the ability to Vigor later is fine. Oh, it's so rough, though. Really rough. We could theoretically go, just go, what would we vamp for? Vamp's not very good. I'd want a Preordain. I could theoretically crack Underground Sea, Preordain, hold open Vigor, but don't really like that either. This hand is definitely not great, but I don't think you're allowed to put it back either. Collector Roof is good against our opponent's deck, but it's not like going to single-handedly win the game. So it can be pretty problematic. We could Vamp Recall theoretically, yeah, but I think that's... I don't think that's what we want to do. The worst thing that could happen here is Wasteland. The next worst thing is Mishra's Workshop, something. Boundary Inspector. Well, if we top deck a land, I think we're in decent shape, but... green cards are okay top decks. We turned off a Black Lotus, so... I think we like made the right play, but it's just gonna feel bad because they have... Ooh, that's a good draw. It's just gonna feel bad because they had the Wasteland. This time I will Vamp for Recall, unless they like play Workshop Sphere. In which case I might like vamp for a land or something. Yeah, top decking a fetch land there was obviously the best draw in our deck, so can't complain about that one. The sphere. Just a Ravager, that's fine. Alright, so I'm gonna go vamp for Ancestral. Yeah, I mean, this is why I brought the oof in. Like, obviously, it's not a normal draw for my deck to have Mox and oof on turn 1, but it's definitely one of the draws we can have that puts us in a good spot in the matchup, so. What's P-Tards doing? Playing 2 matches, probably? Surprised they didn't have 6. It's weird they wouldn't have 6 there if they were playing 2 matches. Is Pioneer really magic? That's a great question. You bring up a strong argument. Is Pioneer really magic? Alright, I have priority. I would like to Vampiric Tutor. What say you? Cool. I'm gonna get an Ancestral Recall. That can give me both green cards and lands. I didn't find green. I found a green card and some forces, so this is pretty reasonable as well. Obviously, we're once again hoping not to see a wasteland, but I think we should be able to be okay between Force of Vigor and 2 forces, especially with their land dealing them damage. The race is on. Obviously, we don't want to pitch this Deathray Shaman if we don't have to. We would much rather cast it. They have no follow-up. All right, that's real good for us. Yeah, should be a winnable game here. So we get to go to game 3, which is nice. After how unwinnable game 1 was, this is kind of the opposite, right? Look at all our unfair cards we've got in our hand. So if they didn't know what we were on before, they should definitely know that we're on Bug Lurrus now. Will they know if we're on Hermit Druid? Hard to say. They didn't have a leyline in their opener, which suggests maybe we have some ability to do Hermit Druid things. Can they win here? Probably not. No, I wouldn't say that's very likely. How's chat doing? What are you guys up to today? I mean, if they win, then geez. Format ranking best to worst. Hold on, let me beat P-Tarts first. All right, sweet. Is there Modern Horizon 2 spoilers today? All right, so what do we feel about this sideboard plan? I think it's still good. Yeah, P-Tarts is a Magic Online grinder, that's for sure. I think I like how we're currently set up. This is fine. All right, I'm just gonna resubmit. Let's just battle again. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh boy. The classic Mystic Sanctuary in our opener gets us again. I don't believe we're allowed to concede this, or not concede this. I mean, we're allowed to concede this. I don't think we're allowed to mulligan this hand, but it's obviously not a great one, especially against a 7-card Shops draw. But it's got lands, it's got fast mana, it's got a True Name Nemesis. I think I'm keeping. Not happy about it. Let's see what they do. Workshop again. I guess they didn't have a workshop last game, so watch us get 3-balled right here. Ah, you can't make this shit up. We just did not run hot enough tonight, I think. Workshop 3-ball a lot. We got Workshop 3-balled a lot tonight. So hopefully the rest of their hand is complete garbage, or else we are just dead in the water. Nope, they've got a Wasteland. I don't know. Like, what the... games like this happen, and I just think, like, what the hell was the point? But that's vintage. It's a tough way to lose out on our top 8, but... Workshop 3-ball, that's vintage. Have a Force of Will or die. So unfortunate. To be fair, like, even if we Force of Will this, they're still gonna, like, be so far ahead of us because they're on the play. It's just how it is. Though this game was probably winnable on the play. We would have had turn 1 Time Walk, turn 2 True Name. But unfortunately, we're just... have no chance being on the draw. Inspector, accrue, 10. I'm dead. So sad. Just a really shitty way to end this tournament. This tournament was going pretty well. Ah, they knew we were on Hermit Druid. Yeah. So even if we hit land drop, they're still going to trample over us for lethal, so it doesn't even matter. We actually just had no chance of ever playing the game. Hilarious. Great game. No, it's not really the... They have double workshop? Their 7-card hands have been absurd. They had 2 double workshop hands. Yeah, pretty much. We're pretty much dead in the water here. Unfortunate, but we just had no shot of ever beating this hand without a Force of Will in our opener. And I don't think our opener was... I don't think you're supposed to mulligan our opener, so... It's just you lose some percentage of games where your opponent played the turn 1 Trinisphere. We're actually just dead right now. That's so crazy to me. We actually just cast 0 spells and died. So sad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, technically 1, 4, 2 makes it, but I think it'll be Devin, because Devin lost their last 2 rounds. So I guess we'll chill for the breakers. I don't even know if I want to chill for the breakers. We're only 11 minutes, or we only have 11 we still have 11 matches to go because that round took no time at all. So sad. Oh well. All right, so this deck worked pretty well, honestly. I think we played okay for some of the rounds and definitely had some room to grow in some of the other rounds. But obviously we had the unlucky loss to the combo shops where we just couldn't put it together. And then we got smushed by Trinisphere and Ravager draws on the draw in our final round for the winning in. Overall, I think this deck is still very playable. There's definitely room to change it around. I do like the idea of Living Wish, but it's possible that you don't really need the idea of Living Wish. Lurrus was good in exactly 1 or 2 games, but there's definitely ways you can build this deck where you play like a bunch of Okos instead of Lurrus. So there's definitely a bunch of different ways you can build this deck, and I think it's a lot of fun to play. I don't know if it's exactly a good choice. You should probably just play Bug or Doomsday if you're intrigued by parts of this deck. The combo aspect, you could just play Doomsday instead, and if you're more intrigued by the Death Shaman aspect, then Bug's probably a better choice. Unfortunately, yeah, like I said, we almost got there, so not a bad run on the day, and got some wins under the belt, which is always nice. So, like I said, we will almost be top 8ing, but probably more like top 16 somewhere based on tiebreakers. So, if you're watching this on YouTube, thanks for stopping by. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to grow those numbers. Analytics for the algorithm, and if you're on Twitch, thank you for stopping by as well. Following on Twitch and subscribing on YouTube, both of those are free actions that you guys can take that will help grow the channel, get more people into vintage, and spread the vintage content. So I hope everybody has a great rest of their weekend.